The cameras were rolling, the smiles were fixed, and then, arms wide, boundaries gone, another moment unfolded that had viewers everywhere squirming in their seats. It starts the same way every time. A public event, a polite greeting line, someone expecting a handshake, and then the sudden lunge. That split second where a person's face freezes, their body stiffens, and the world watches in high definition as personal space vanishes. Critics online have built an entire montage out of these encounters, insisting this isn't warmth, it's a pattern. And once you see it, they say, you can't unsee it. One clip that still has people talking shows an elderly woman clearly bracing herself, her smile polite but tight, her posture leaning away. Before she can fully react, arms wrap around her shoulders. The woman's hands hover awkwardly in the air like she's not sure where to place them, her eyes darting toward the cameras as if silently asking, is this really happening right now? Viewers flooded comment sections saying the hug looked less like affection and more like a social ambush caught in slow motion. Then there was the international visit that turned into pure secondhand embarrassment. In a formal setting, surrounded by officials, one very important spouse suddenly found himself pulled into an unexpected embrace. His posture was rigid, his arms barely moving, while his wife's expression shifted in a flash from composed diplomacy to sharp alertness. Observers replayed that moment endlessly, claiming you could actually see the social temperature in the room drop. Whether it was cultural difference or simple misread signals, the internet jury had already reached its dramatic verdict. Fashion Week wasn't spared either. A high-profile designer, clearly prepared for a standard greeting, suddenly found himself navigating an overly enthusiastic double-cheek situation that went wrong in every possible direction. Faces missed. Timing clashed. Bodies angled the wrong way. It looked like two people trying to follow different choreography without music. The designer laughed politely, but the clip lives on as one of those painfully awkward celebrity interactions people watch through their fingers. And then came the moment with the child, the one that made audiences collectively gasp. A sweet welcome, flowers in tiny hands, an innocent interaction that shifted when the little boy hesitated. Kids are honest. Kids don't fake comfort. When he leaned away, the tension was visible. Adults stepped in, guiding him back, and suddenly he was in an embrace he hadn't chosen. Commenters didn't hold back, calling it the clearest example of forced optics over genuine connection. The child's eyes wandered elsewhere the entire time, as if searching for an escape route only he could see. At a major summit, one woman tried the oldest trick in the book to avoid a hug, the extended handshake. It's the universal sign. Professional, respectful, safe. But instead of a handshake, she found herself gently but unmistakably pulled forward. For a split second, she dipped into a curtsy-like motion, perhaps hoping the shift in body language would redirect the interaction. It didn't. Arms closed in, cameras flashed, and the internet later labeled it the hug that would not be denied. Even older footage resurfaced, with viewers re-examining past events through this new lens. One clip showed a woman who already looked uncomfortable being on camera at all, only to be physically drawn closer into frame. Shoulders were held. Smiles were tight. The woman's eyes said she wanted to disappear, but the moment was sealed in broadcast history. Social media called it turning a person into a prop, a phrase that stuck and spread. Not every attempt was successful, though, and those might be the most revealing of all. At a wedding, one man greeted others warmly but offered nothing more than a polite nod in return. The disappointment that flashed across the face of the would-be hugger became meme material within hours. The internet can be brutal, and they slowed it down, zoomed it in, captioned it with dramatic music. Rejection in real time, one viral post declared. Sports events brought more fuel to the fire. One particularly talked about moment involved a famous tech entrepreneur in the audience. A dramatic lean-in greeting turned into a full embrace that blocked the view of people behind them. The crowd actually started shouting for them to move. The presenter on stage even joked about it. Online critics said that was the moment the main character energy accusations exploded. Gallus weren't immune either. At one red carpet event, a hug lingered so long that the other guest's arm looked trapped. She tried to pivot away, but the grip held just a second too long. Viewers replayed the footage, claiming you could almost see the internal monologue, "Please let go, please let go, please let go." When she finally stepped back, her relief looked palpable. But the most controversial clips came from moments meant to be about comfort. During visits with people going through devastating losses, embraces were given freely and publicly. Some praised the gesture. Others felt uneasy, arguing arguing that grief isn't a photo opportunity and that not everyone wants physical closeness from a stranger, no matter how famous. The debate got heated fast: compassion versus consent, warmth versus boundaries. There was even a moment on stage where a woman stood firm, arms at her sides, posture straight as a statue. No lean in, no step forward, just professional stillness. The hug attempt dissolved into an awkward pat instead. Body language experts on TikTok had a field day, breaking it down frame by frame like it was footage from a championship game. And through it all, one theme keeps echoing in comment sections and reaction videos: intention versus impact. Supporters say it's just an affectionate personality in a very formal world. Critics say affection stops being kind the moment the other person doesn't choose it to. Every new clip reignites the debate. Every slow motion replay adding another layer to the narrative. Because in the age of endless replays and zoomed in analysis, a hug isn't just a hug anymore. It's a headline, a personality test, a viral moment waiting to happen. And whether seen as warmth or overstep, one thing is undeniable: the cameras always catch it and the internet never forgets. And just when you think the montage couldn't get more uncomfortable, another clip resurfaces and throws fresh fuel on the fire. This time, it's a major sporting event, cameras flashing, energy high, and yet again, a moment that was supposed to be about someone else shifts focus in seconds. Harry is mid-embrace with the participant, a natural, mutual exchange, when suddenly she steps in, wrapping herself into the interaction like the scene isn't complete without her presence. Online commentators swore you could see the calculation, the quick glance at the cameras, the repositioning for the photo, the gentle but unmistakable redirect of attention. The hug ends, the woman they were greeting steps aside, and just like that, it becomes a photo op frozen in time. By now, the internet has turned these moments into a running theme, complete with compilations, slow motion breakdowns, and body language analysts dissecting shoulder tension and hand placement like it's forensic evidence. Some viewers insist it's harmless enthusiasm, the habit of someone who leads with physical warmth. Others argue the pattern tells a different story, that real connection can't be rushed, staged, or pulled into place when the other person's body is leaning the opposite direction. What makes it so watchable, they say, is that split second before contact, the micro expression, the hesitation, the polite smile that doesn't quite reach the eyes. In a world trained to read between the lines, those tiny reactions speak volumes. Love her or criticize her, the conversation clearly isn't going anywhere, because every new appearance brings the same suspenseful question viewers now wait for, like a plot twist. Will it be a handshake or another headline making hug? Headline making hug. Headline making